Hi there and welcome back. I'm Louisa Stark. This is the FITNEST program and we are on week 6, day 3. Now in previous weeks, day 3 was our midline day. However, we are switching it up and today is going to be our mobility focus. So we're going to stretch, get warmed up, do a quick 15-minute sweat portion, and then go into our mobility piece. That should take about 15 to 20 minutes. So let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to begin with 30 seconds of thread the needle. So you can do this either on the floor, on the back of the couch, or on another elevated surface. For me personally, I'm going to do it on the floor. Coming to my hands and knees, I'm going to take one arm, reach it underneath with my palm up, dropping my chest to the ground, and holding it here for 30 seconds. Then we're going to switch to the other side. Lowering that chest down, keeping it nice and square to the floor, and again holding for 30 seconds on this side. Once you've got 30 seconds on each, then we are going to come either to the back of a couch or to another elevated surface for our front rack stretch. What you're going to do is take both hands, hold them together. You can just do a small fist like this. You can put the palms together, whichever way is most comfortable. Personally, I like to put one hand behind the other. You're going to put your elbows on the surface and relax your head through. Now, as you can see, this is a combination of the lat stretch and the tricep stretch. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds. Once you're done, let's go ahead and stand it up. We're going to get a nice wide stance here. We're going to reach to the center and then rotate one arm up overhead, and the other side up overhead, and stand up. That's one. Back down, overhead, overhead, stand up. That's 2 for 10 times 3. This is going to help loosen up that T-spine, help stretch out those hamstrings and glutes as well as those shoulders. Once we've got those, we're going to take it to the ground and do 10 shin box drills. So what that's going to look like if you start sitting on your butt with your knees up, you're going to let them fall to one side. All right, so both knees are pointed in the same direction. I've got one heel up at the opposite knee. I'm going to sit up nice and tall. From here, I'm going to slightly lean forward, that front shin, lean back. Our goal is to rotate the knees back up and down to the other side without using our hands. We're going to slightly lean forward on this side. You should feel that nice, good stretch in those hip flexors. Back to the center and down to the other side. Take it nice and slow. We're going to do about 5 times to each side for a total of 10. Back up to the other side. So I'm at 4 right now. Keep going till you've got 10 total. And then we're going to lay it on back for that lying figure 4 stretch. So I'm going to cross one ankle over the opposite knee, lie back, and that leg that's down, I'm going to grab hold of that thigh and pull it up to my chest. Holding for about 30 seconds before doing the other side. Once we're done there, we're going to stay on the ground and do 10 penguin reaches. We're going to work through the second portion 2 times. Penguin reaches, glute bridges, slow air squats, forward, backwards hops, and no push-up burpees. On the ground, 10 penguin reaches, letting my head relax back to the floor, palms up, using my obliques to tap back and forth, 5 on each side, or 10 total. Then into those 10 glute bridges, hips up, squeeze in those glutes, back down for 1, hips up, squeeze in those glutes, back down for 2, until we've got 10. Then we'll stand it on up for 5 slow air squats. Now if you'd like, you can do it to a couch or a chair to help you monitor that depth. Otherwise, we're just going to start standing nice and tall, feet shoulder width apart. Arms nice and level, chest up. We're gonna start dropping those knees and hips at the same time, getting as low as we can, driving through that full foot, coming back up. Nice and slow for 5 reps. Speeding it up a little bit, forward, backwards hops, jumping forward, jumping back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now if that impact's gonna bother you, we can do quick steps forward and back, just making sure we're actually moving our body and not just nice and slow plodding. All right, we wanna be nice and quick, as fast as we can to get that movement and get the heart rate up a little bit. Then we've got 3 more no push-up burpees. Like yesterday, we can do them on the ground or to an elevated surface. Coming down, nice plank position, back up, or we can come down, step back, step up, and hop. All right, work through that one more time. 10 penguin reaches, 10 glute bridges, 5 slow air squats, 10 forward backwards hops, and 3 no push-up burpees. Once you're done there, grab a sip of water, grab your towel, because it's time to do our little sweat session for today. It's gonna be 15 minutes long. You're gonna be working for the full 15 minutes. Your goal is to get as many reps or rounds as possible in the amount of time. Okay, this is also known as an AMRAP, as many reps or rounds as possible. All right, each round is gonna consist of 12 air squats or 12 chair squats, 24 forward backwards hops or steps, 12 sumo deadlifts to overhead reach, 24 ice skaters, 12 scat push-ups, and 24 mountain climbers. Notice that our more strength-based pieces have 12 reps, our more cardio pieces have 24 reps. They're alternating back and forth. Once you finish the mountain climbers, you've completed 1 round. Start back up at the air squats. So the 12 air squats, we just did those. Feet shoulder width apart, chest nice and high, hips and knees moving at the same time, coming straight down and straight up for 12 reps. Or you can do it to a chair or bench, coming down as soon as you tap, coming right back up again. 24 forward backward line hops, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. for the 24. If you want to get extra challenging, just count one direction. So count when you get 1, 2, all right? Then we've got a new movement, the sumo deadlift to overhead reach. What we're gonna do is set up with a nice wide stance. I'm gonna have my toes pointed slightly out. I'm gonna squat down, driving my knees out over my toes and reach for the floor. Gonna come up and reach overhead, nice and exclusive. Back down, tap and reach, back down and reach. All right, 12 sumo deadlifts to the overhead reach. Then we've got the 24 ice skaters. Starting in the center, we're gonna hop to one side, bring that other foot behind and reach for that toe. To the other side and reach. 2, 3, 4, 5. All the way up to that 24 mark. Then it's back to those scat push-ups. We had these earlier this week. In that plank position, shoulders together, shoulders extend. Shoulders together, shoulders extend. And once again, we can do those on an elevated surface as well. Finishing off this round is the 24 mountain climbers. Again, you can do them at an elevated surface, bringing the knees up one at a time, or on the ground from that plank position, one at a time. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. All the way up to that 24. Get through this as many times as you can in those 15 minutes. Once the 15-minute clock expires, you are finished. Make a note of how many times you work through the air squats, forward, backwards hops, sumo deadlifts, high pulls, ice skaters, scat push-ups, and mountain climbers. All right, we might come back to this workout in future weeks and let's see if we can beat our score. So make sure to make some notes. At this point, it's time for our mobility piece, the part that we all really love. Take a seat on the floor, get ready. We're gonna turn on some nice music and stretch for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'll put a link in the email to last week's demo video of the mobility flow. You guys can use that one if you'd like to do it along with me, or you can feel free to do it on your own if you know the movements. Take care and have a great rest of your week.